One of the great strengths of Cloudview's revolutionary new visual surveillance system is its scalability. This scalability means it's easy to connect, configure and use any number of cameras across any number of sites and integrating multiple different systems. That's exactly what MHS Homes have done at their Saxon Shore site in Kent. Originally, they were using an analogue system recording to a DVR on site. This had many drawbacks, as we'll let the people who had to use it explain.
When we have to come out on site, which is a time delay, the system doesn't always work.
When we come to look for footage, we find that the system is either damaged or that the system hasn't recorded the data.
If we need to retrieve any footage, if there's been an incident or we need to burn it to a disk for the police or anybody else, it can take anything up to 2 to 5 days, depending on how quick we can raise an order and how quick we can get a contractor out here to burn the footage onto disk.
We recently had an incident where the police had contacted us regarding a bike theft. When we actually came out to the site, we had to look through about 2 hours of footage that we had to download onto a CD and then request that the police come in to get the evidence, which obviously was a delay for them.
Let's see what happened at Saxon Shore when we return to see how the MHS Homes team were getting on with Cloudview.
Compared to conventional CCTV, Cloudview's been a revelation. I think the most revealing thing is probably the fact that we've used it for things other than detecting crime. It's identified a few issues for us with placement of cameras and placement of lights. And only this morning we used it to determine the customer that was using the emergency exit when they shouldn't have been using it. So that's been really useful.
Using Cloudview has been very easy. We can review footage either on our mobile phones, on our tablets or on the PC. And using the Cloudview enabled us to identify that one of the cameras was too close to a light and at night time you couldn't see what the camera was supposed to be looking at. So that enabled us to have the light moved and eradicate the problem.
During the time we've had it installed, we've not had to visit site once. We've used our tablets, we've used our desktop PCs, all from the comfort of our offices.
When we're out on site, when we're on our estates, it actually comes through to us on our phone, and we can also send the evidence that we've got directly to the police instead of waiting for 3 or 4 days for us to be able to access the CCTV on site.
We've had no problems whatsoever with the corrupt images while using the Cloudview system, and it's been easy to find images because the cameras only record when they actually detect movement. That saves us having to view through hours of footage just to see one little bit that we're trying to look for.
One of the problems we encountered with traditional CCTV was that the time and date stamp was often incorrect.
We've had no issues whatsoever with the time stamping on any of the video footage that I've reviewed. In fact, I've even checked it with my mobile phone and it seems spot on all the time. We've had one instance where I was required or needed to share a photograph with a contractor to enable him to move a light fitting, and it was so easy to do, and within seconds I could place him in order, show him exactly what light needed moving.
Setting up and using Cloudview software has been really straightforward. It's all based in the cloud, so we can just log on from our PC. In terms of configuring individual users, I found it really straightforward. You can configure for full access to all the sites, or you can limit access to individual sites and even down to individual cameras. And that's really going to help us comply with our data responsibilities.
I'd love this system across the whole of our portfolio. It would then save me going out to site a lot, save subcontractors having to go out to site a lot, and would make life a lot easier.
Perhaps the best example of how well Cloudview works actually happened on the day to our camera team. Our cameraman had left a bag of equipment by the entrance to the block while he took some shots around the site. When he returned a few minutes later, the bag was gone. As it contained a few £1,000s worth of camera kit, he was understandably concerned. But Matt Eddy of MHS Homes came to the rescue, demonstrating just how easy and flexible the Cloudview system is to use. As all the images from the cameras on site had been uploaded to the cloud, it was a simple matter for Matt to check footage via his smartphone. Thankfully, he saw that a concerned resident had taken the camera bag inside to ensure its safety, which came as a great relief to John. Another of the reasons that MHS Homes chose Cloudview is that the integrity of all footage is maintained. Footage uploaded to the cloud is not at risk from damage or vandalism, and it is all accurately time-stamped to ensure it is admissible as evidence. And not only is the integrity of footage protected, Cloudview has been created to make compliance with data protection regulations easier. Of course, the interface in their footage is only one aspect of the complete security picture. MHS Homes naturally demanded that all-round security was a must-have feature for any system they chose. So they were reassured that Cloudview takes security as seriously as they do. With built-in SSL, automatic AES 256-bit encryption, and secure servers offering military-grade physical protection. And because the system creates a new enhanced network connecting cameras to the Internet of Things via the cloud, updates and system upgrades can be automatically downloaded via the Internet. And if any cameras on site are damaged, malfunction or break, as is inevitable with any technology, MHS Homes will automatically be alerted. This helps to ensure 99.99% reliability. Not only that, it means that expensive and time-consuming site visits to either check footage or equipment become a thing of the past. For MHS Homes, the trial has proved a resounding success and a vindication of their proactive approach to making the most of visual surveillance. So much so that they are now planning to roll out Cloudview to further sites in their portfolio. You too can discover the difference that Cloudview can make to your visual surveillance. Why not put Cloudview to the test by trialling it on one of your sites? We're sure you'll soon be seeing CCTV in a different light. Cloudview. See the bigger picture.